This is Arukh HaShulchan Yeridea, Simon Yudal Tzivcha Beis, Simon Tezvav Sif Gimel, Day 63 of the Supplemental Arukh HaShulchan Yomi cycle. Yudal. The female is Mizbar Yafati Beram Shandi Rav, according to what we distinguish between Evan Achai and Treifa. Because this is going to understand very well. The Rambam writes, "Call Eber or Ubar Shiatza B'Chodcham B'Kodem Shchita." Any limb from an Ubar which came out and you cut it before Shchita, B'Chutz and it's outside. Hareza Eber Minachai. It's Eber Minachai. Looking like we get Malchus and Vafilu Mesa Ubar Kodem Shchita. Even the Ubar died before the Shchita. In brackets he says in Misa Osa Nipok Mosh Kasavna when the death that fixes its status is a bit off. Nichtach Eber and Nichtach Acher Shchita. It's cut after Shchita Ochel and Eloket. So it gets it's not gemakas. But filo mace, even if the Uber itself dies afterwards, and the bracket says here the shchita ain't osenipo. The shchita does not make it have it fell off. The animal died. Then afterwards you cut it. Someone who eats it gets malchus because of Eben Achai. Rabbit I see the rabbit complains. Sharish Bogalab the Trefa. What about Lava Trefa? Gama Kesa Misha okay. She's British Nation, the two prohibitions Trefa of Eben Minachai. Both. Inside the Aborsh ain't Bo Rock Lab the Eben Minachai. Only the Eben Minachai applies not Trefa. Brian Brul is that Abraham Meduldo and true with clear cut evidence this is the limb which is dangling, Mr. Cholav and the prohibition of the milk. Shall Abraham according which corresponds to the limb which went out. Shomer Shatz first came is explicit that the issue is Abraham Minachai. Brackets here, I ain't sure to have some, but that's Cholav the Alma, Lavka Abraham Minachai, Damya. Milk normally is not Abraham Minachai. The Shayat's Missile, High Nami Loshon, there shouldn't be any different. Rambam Shakosal Cholav David Cholav Trevishnis Arev, he says it's like milk of Trevish got mixed in. Vade Kenhu Shadina Zeh Have Kedin Cholav Trefa. Yes, it's true. The prohibition is the same as the prohibition of Cholav Trefa. Aval Isur Mishum Erechai. The prohibition, but prohibition is the same prohibition, same status prohibition as Trefa. But Isur Mishum Erechai prohibition because the Ever mean Hachai. Ken we say the Chem Shetov Sheshesh Lab. But to Trefa, and is that he borrowed Sheno Kain. It's not Trefa, it's Lab Ever mean Hachai. Kmosh Kosav, as we said. Simon Tezvav. Emasei Frach Mutar. When is a chick permitted? The Sholish Behem Adiyom Bashmini and not to shech the animal to the 8th day. Aleph. If all cosman a chick, as long as it has not come merged into the air of the world, as long as it hasn't cracked the shell of the egg, usher. It's forbidden. The large after also enter the airspace of the world, mutam yad, then it's mutam immediately. I feel like these patchu name at even the eyes have not yet been open. I guess I could check something that small. The kodim she's patchu name also asuros. Even though somebody who holds that way in the shots, it's also until they open their eyes. And the bracket says where Elazar ben Yaakov, and based on Vav, which normally we paskin like. This is for Elazar ben Yaakov Kavanaki. I don't know why not here. Vodiyesh Begor also says the Gemara says Kol Asheretz Asheretz Oretz. Any creepy crawly thing which crawls on the earth, the rabbis are brought to this particular name to include chicks which have not opened their eyes. This from the Islam Rabbanan says there, however, this is only the Rabbanan, the cross Machta Ba'alma, and the passage just next. Machta Lo Kaim Lakain, we don't hold that way. Zel Dasi Chidoi, it's an individual opinion. Chacham Pli Alechem argues in the Miyachias of Olam, me when emerge into the airspace of the world. The term Yad Mitzvah immediately. Became Boska Arif, Rambam, Rashba, Varan, Vod Rishonim. Avros Apostle that's so she's passing him. Most possibly the us until eyes open up. A Turvish Day Deus, the brings both demands. We shall not love our cloud Deus, who shall not this opinion is not put down at all. In the brackets he says here, Vitam Rosh Mishra Les Kamnoki. Oh! Shagivanti. It's because Mr. Les the Kamnoki, but so back at Travis Hetik Loshan Rif Katakov, Lomishan is really Kane. Apparently the plastic brings down the riff, but it doesn't hold that way, but rather because it only copies the riff. The Torah Kush Tatas, you can act much because of the Kush Keser, Yashim Shlema, Perkan Betsa, Basa Karosh. So the Arpus can pass the rush. Base. Yesh Hashem custom. Those who show him the road. Yesh Hashem custom. The Mishum Davar Shekets ain't Lochem Chigduka fine. It's repugnant. You're not supposed to eat them until they grow wings. Kanim means a large feathers on the body, which has how do they call those stalks inside the wings? What do they call in English? So it goes to Shani Mazura. Those who reject this, the Taz. Those who agree with this. That's a Shach and the Pri Chodesh. It says, goes if you have chicks that don't have yet wings, that's some shekets. So I count them shekets. In the bracket says here, it's not going to Yaakov specifically. Any back of the backwards? It's astonishing. If our Shas holds it, that's in fact the case. Has the Bavli not mentioned the something which happens every day? If it's a requirement. I feel I should put my name. He lives in the Gemara until the eyes open up. They still don't grow wings at that point. Kaduas is known. So even though the tenth Yerushalmi says it's usher because of shekets, ain't no shekets mamish. It's not it's a shekets mamish, which is the raisa. Ella, but it's about the shaktu shum rabbanim. It's discussing which rabbanim. Zel kavanos a place come out. Those things much kasab. It's a separate issue. Right? The Mikomakom nevertheless Hagam claim Shinodu Aina Isra Rabbanim. That's one of yeah, fine, but still, even Isra of having the chicks before they're hatched is only Rabbanim Moshe Benu because possibly smack the bomb. Can Echlo Iskei Shas Mizo Isra, so this is also Isra Rabbanim. Succession is Rabbanim. Why is it not mentioned? It's very difficult to reject the Yerushalmi on the other hand. Gimel, Niels Daiti, Niels Daiti, much could be honest, if you came assuming you came with mem, the bottom Muskar Bashas Ilam of Peru, Shiesh, when you about the Shaktu, that besides that which is mentioned on Shas explicitly, things that about to Shaktu, where it's mentioned. Ain't the answer clothes, it's not general principle. And also, Bakim Funakim. Interesting. About the Shaktu only applies to people who are pampered, except for things that are explicit in the Bavli. But if any right rulers have brought definite proof for this, which is Chazal say, Bekebas Ola's Kohen, the intestines of an Ola, I should say, the Bekebas Ola, in the intestines of an Ola, Kohen Shadati Yofa, it's the bacteria and other stuff which is used to make cheese normally, to make rennet, the stuff in the gut. So the Kohen Shadati Yofa Sarfa Chaya, Kohen who's, as it always means that the it's Lashon Saginor, Kohen who doesn't really care that much, who's not discussed about it, can swallow it raw. So it works out well. The Yerushalmi say about the pampered people. People so pampered. He's a b'shas. Says in Ksuvah, steps on base. The pampered people of the West. The Gamotzinu. And we find that the Shabbos stuff when they were something bad, something disgusting to eat, and somebody ate it, they were called Babylonians by the Israelis. I think it was earlier. I don't think it's time that I'm wrong. I think it was much earlier when it was basically English existed. But even so it's also got Machoy Babylonians. No, some amazing things to Kutach, which they found disgusting. Yerushalmi mentions this because they are pampered. Our Gemara is not concerned with this. So for us, I mean, it's disgusting that I have a chick that young. That means don't know if I've ever come across it. It's you also eat it because it's about Shaktu. He says in the brackets, if you call even if you don't consider yourself pampered, you should be concerned with those Gdolim Maseret. And that's it for today.